Yep.
speaking with Therese Kerr on the 1st of October 2015.
Okay, and you're ready for me?
I'm ready for you, thank you.
Okay, so I'm really excited to be coming up and to be showcasing organic living. I take a holistic approach to health and wellness. It's not just about what we put on our skin or on our body, it's about every aspect of our life. So I promote eating certified organic, I promote meditation, and then I definitely promote what we're putting on our skin and the impact of that on our body, because on average what you put on your skin, 60 to 65% will be absorbed into your body and into your bloodstream and into your organs. Unfortunately, most people don't understand the importance of that. A lot of people are talking about how important it is to only put good stuff into your body. Not many people are sharing their research in relation to the everyday products that we use and the impact of those. I do a lot of work with professors all over the place now. I work in particular with Professor Mark Cohen from RMIT University in Melbourne, and also Sarah Lance from Queensland University, and Bill Statham, who's the author of The Chemical Maze, which is one of the most amazing books. It's now in 9 languages and shipped all around the world. I had tumours in my spleen in 2001, had to have my spleen removed, and since then I've been living and breathing health in every aspect. One thing I never realised was that the cosmetics industry is self-regulating. So the very people who make the cosmetics are the people who deem whether or not those cosmetics and the ingredients in those cosmetics, and cosmetics is broadly defined as skin, hair, beauty, personal, baby, oral care, candles, fragrances, perfumes. The very people who make those are the ones who determine whether or not the ingredients used are in fact safe, which is just ludicrous. So I'm working with the Assistant Shadow Minister for Health to transform that and to bring a program called the REACH program from Europe to Australia, so that companies cannot just put any chemical in any product on the basis that it is safe until it is proven to be unsafe. Unfortunately, most people don't even understand or realise that is actually happening. They assume that the products on their everyday products on their shelf are safe, when in fact they're far from safe.
Therese, can I just ask you a question?
Yeah.
So I've told, obviously your product's certified organic and we're a certified organic store, so we're excited about having you here because, that importance of the certification is important to us.
Yep.
So when you're here, in terms of what you'll be sort of doing in your talk when you're here, you'll be talking about your baby range, obviously, and your skin body care range.
Yeah.
So what would people sort of expect to learn from coming along?
Okay, so they'll learn about all of the different chemicals in our everyday products. So there's different classes of chemicals, endocrine disrupting chemicals as well as obesogens. Our endocrine system and our endocrine disrupting chemicals, for example, our endocrine system is our ovaries in women, testes in men, adrenals, pancreas, thyroid, parathyroid, pituitary, and 2 other parts of the brain. And the amount of thyroid endocrine disrupting disorders as such is at an all-time high, so much so that even the World Health Organization of 2012, their report states that male semen quality has dropped 40%, genital malformation in baby boys, where the genitalia hasn't formed properly because of estrogen dominance in the mums being passed down to the babies in utero, because one of the quickest ways we detox as a woman is to have a baby, sadly. We dump our fat-soluble chemicals onto our children while we're pregnant, and those chemicals are impacting our everyday lives. And the challenge with endocrine disrupting chemicals in particular is that babies are developing. So at critical phases of development in utero and even after they're born, their bodies are still developing and they don't have the detoxification ability to get rid of the chemicals. Their endocrine system is underdeveloped. Their immune system and nervous system is totally underdeveloped. So those chemicals remain in their bodies, the baby's bodies, and impact their health. Another fast way that we detox as a woman is to breastfeed, and that's why we created the Divine by Therese Kerr personal care range, is to remove the chemical burden that we place on our babies and on our bodies every day, simply because, as I said, one of the other quickest ways for us to detox is to have a baby and then to breastfeed, because our breast milk is so fat concentrated. These chemicals that our body can't get rid of get stored in our fat. And when we can't get rid of them, we actually pass them down, and or they do damage within our bodies. Now, endocrine chemicals are only one class of chemicals. You have obesogens, which actually cause our fat cells to multiply. They reprogram our cells to become fat cells. They affect our body's ability, and they actually convert to fat within the body. Babies are being born with more fat cells in their little bodies than ever before. We also have other class of chemicals called neurotoxins, which impact the brain and the health of the brain, immunotoxins, which impact our immune system, and we have carcinogens. In fact, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration of America, their statement is nearly 1 in 5 or nearly 20% of all chemicals in our cosmetics, or 20% of all cosmetics contain formaldehyde-releasing chemicals known to cause cancer. So your people at this particular event will learn a lot about the importance of what we're putting on our skin and the impact of what we're putting on our skin. More and more, the awareness is being created. Even Target in America yesterday announced that they are prohibiting products that contain 600 chemicals that are commonly found in everyday products, because they now are becoming aware. And now if big corporations are doing that, it needs to filter here in Australia. And unfortunately, we're about 10 to 15 years behind America in our awareness. And my goal really is to change that and to empower people to make healthy choices and to educate them. I walk people through what's typically in their bathroom, and I identify the different chemicals in each of the products in the bathroom, and then I tell them the impacts of those chemicals, and then we provide them with a solution. And the solution is certified organic. A certified organic doesn't contain all of the nasty chemicals. It doesn't contain the pesticides, insecticides, organophosphates, glyphosates. It doesn't contain the genetically modified ingredients that are commonly found in our everyday products either. So I'm a big advocate for everything certified organic.
That's fantastic. And Therese, you'll be bringing some nice special packs, won't you, as well, for this that people can access when they're here and purchase?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. So it's at events that we actually have event packs, and they get sent to you prior to myself arriving. And we've done the history within the events. We've had amazing results with, holding the events. And normally, whenever we hold an event, every time without exception, people say, if I only knew I would have had more people, I would have invited my sister, I would have invited my cousin, and because we need to know this. And I believe Western women will transform this world, and to help them do that, what we do at events is we actually have special gift with purchases, and that's the only time we give away product is at events where they get to buy a set amount of product and we give them additional products free. And it's really about removing the chemical burden that you place on your body every day and switching to a safer alternative. If you don't want the endocrine disrupting chemicals, the neurotoxins, the immunotoxins, the carcinogens, the aging chemicals that are in our everyday products, if you don't want them on your body or in your body, mainly because as I said, most of it goes into our body, and in fact under our arms, in our mouth, in our intimate areas, we'll absorb 100% of what we put on our body. And then also the challenge is that our skin doesn't have digestive enzymes to break the chemicals down. So research is showing that our skin will absorb chemicals up to 10 times greater or faster than by way of ingestion, because our skin doesn't have digestive enzymes to break the chemicals down, nor does it have the purification process of the liver. So what we're really about is educating, and empowering women who will, I believe, transform this world to make healthier choices for their home, for themselves and for their children, and for our planet.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh, Therese, thank you so much. I'm going to stop recording, I think, unless is there anything else you want to add?
Only really that there's one of the major classes of endocrine disrupting chemicals is phthalates, and phthalates are in just about every product, because there is one ingredient that is listed in just about every product on the market, and it's fragrance. And it's a cluster ingredient, and every fragrance tested. And what that means is that a company can put any ingredient in that one ingredient listed on the label. So the word fragrance can be listed on the label, but that alone can contain hundreds of chemicals that never have to be shown. because it's classed as proprietary interest or intellectual property of the company. Now, Dr. Carol Hungerford states that the very thing a woman thinks makes her more feminine, smelling pretty, is the very thing that's costing her her femininity. And that's a really powerful statement. And